we are one of the largest market for Sandbox now in terms of players as well, but we're just getting started. And I think like NFTs and Web3 is a natural synergy to these spaces.
Welcome to today's special podcast episode. I am your host Khushi Mudgal, and today we have a very special guest with us, Prajnyasis Biswal, who also goes by PB, the CMO of BharatBox, a pioneering venture at the intersection of Web3, blockchain and the Metaverse. BharatBox has been instrumental in positioning India as a global leader in the Sandbox Metaverse. From building one of the largest communities of creators to fostering Web3 innovation in India, Prajnyasis has a wealth of knowledge and insights to share. So today we'll discover BharatBox's journey, explore the growth of the Sandbox Metaverse in India, and discuss what the future holds for Web3 technologies in the country. So without further ado, let's begin with it.
So hi TB, how has the day been for you and how is it treating you so far?
All good. I think whenever I come to Delhi, I have all the time something new to learn from the city, and it's been a great day for me so far.
So can you take us through your journey with BharatBox from its inception to where it is today, and how do you think that these key milestones and challenges have been for you?
Cool. I think BharatBox started like around 1.5 years back. It got like formalized, where the primary reason of BharatBox was to build the Sandbox ecosystem for India, and not only like the ecosystem, it was to encourage a lot of creators, a lot of players to start building on Sandbox, playing on Sandbox. So yeah, it was formalized by Sandbox, and that's how we created this joint venture. The joint venture was between Sandbox and Brink. Both are part of Animoca brand's portfolio and ecosystem. And it's been like, so far we have been like, it has also been a learning for us, because we have understood that whenever you build something from scratch, it's always a journey where you learn and unlearn a lot of things along the way. So far, like, it's been fun for me personally, because when we started this and when I got this like opportunity to build the whole ecosystem for Sandbox in India specifically, I thought this is an amazing problem to solve, and it has been a great journey so far.
So as you see that the Sandbox has seen tremendous growth in India with 66,000 creators now on the platform. So what factors do you think have contributed in this rapid rise?
Yeah, so we need to understand India is a builder ecosystem, and Indians love to create. Like that's like in our DNA. We are entrepreneurial by nature. We are problem solvers by nature. So I think that's one factor for this region to have so much creators, and the growth is because of like a lot of activations that we did around creators to let them know like this is an opportunity for you to come build your experience. Like, let's say you are a game developer, you are a game designer, you are someone who is part of the gaming ecosystem. Maybe you're like young, like a college kid, but you love to build games, and that's how we just started doing like activation program to make the ecosystem aware that there lies an opportunity for you, which is like Sandbox, and building on top of that, you can not just publish your game and experiences, you can also monetize on top of it. Like, for example, you being a creator, you can come, you can create the experience and then publish it. Either you can publish yourself, or you can work with BharatBox and we can help you publish those experiences. and then you can monetize on top of that. Like if like tomorrow people will start playing the game, you are monetizing as a builder. So I think those were like few lovely activations that we did which worked out well for us, and that is the, I can say that's the growth story for onboarding so many creators. But we still want to keep on doing it, and we still want to onboard more and more creators to build on Sandbox and in the Web3 ecosystem.
Right. And as you see that the kids are so active nowadays, the youngsters have so much to explore. So how do you keep up with their expectations, that what are they expecting, and to also manage those modern trends that are there?
Yeah, so to be very honest, like the younger generation that we see, like the Gen Z or the new set of people who are coming, so they have their pros and cons. Like they have their pros of being being very enthusiastic. They have super energy. They're more global perspective these days because they're exposed to global content, but at the same time they have cons. They have less patience as compared to the generation above them. So you need to keep them hooked. Like you need to like make opportunities interesting for them. So what we have understood is like when we are working with like young set of creators, those who are coming, so we want to like keep programs around them which keeps engaging them. Like let's say today you are creating, I can also like help stream that process, like because we have a tool to create experiences. It's called Game Maker. Similarly, we have another tool called Box Edit, where you can just, being an artist, can go and just plug in and create, and those are no code. You don't need to hard code and learn coding to do it. You can do it via no code platform. So that's how we make it, and we also create a lot of educational content for them so that they can understand, okay, this is how we can learn the process. But at the same time, the best thing we have done is we are open to them. Like we want to listen to them, discuss with them. We do micro cohorts with our creators. We do like meetups, whatnot. Like we try to like be in touch with them and keep on engaging them, because once they are bored, they will not create. So you need to like engage them, and at the same time show them that there is so much you can achieve and monetize. You can do good for your career and whatnot. So that's the programs and participation process that we follow for these young creators out there.
And what are these monetization models that you mentioned, which BharatBox offers and is exploring for all the Web3 creators?
Yeah, so there is a lot of monetization way, like for a creator to to monetize on Sandbox. Like and when I say creators do not just need to be building on Sandbox, but they can be also influencers. They can be, we call everyone who is creating content, who is creating any form of shape as creators. So for our creators building on Sandbox, you have a lot of boot camps that we do. We do like game jams. We give away, if you are like participating, we give away a hefty amount of like sand tokens, also USDT pools. We do these modules for you to like not only build it and then publish and monetize. So when you publish, the number of traffic coming onto your game, the number of people playing your game, that shows how beautiful experience or game you created. So that's how you can monetize. And Sandbox just keeps like what Sandbox and BharatBox keeps like maybe very small amount as a revenue for the platform that we are operating, but everything else goes to the creator. If they are monetizing, you can launch your own digital asset, you can monetize on top of that. So these are for creators on Sandbox. Similarly, there are a lot of creators, those who are KOLs, content builders, like Instagram influencers. For them, the opportunity is you come, you create content around like our ecosystem. So once you create those kind of content for our ecosystem, you can monetize. We have an ambassador program. It's called like Sand Ambassador program, where we help like people or creators, those who want to closely work with Sandbox for long. So we call them like champions and ambassadors, but at the same time they are the one who are sharing whatever experiences, whatever content, whatever programs that we are doing to their audience as well, and they monetize with us. So we have like global ambassador program where people are monetizing on the global Sandbox, and similarly BharatBox has its own ambassador program where folks are monetizing in India as well. So yeah, there's multiple opportunities to name. I just gave you some examples out of that.
Yes, and they are really amazing because seeing this 1.5 years of journey with BharatBox and how far you guys have come is something which is of so much importance and invaluable to all of the users who are actually coming up forward. So moving forward, as you know that community is central to any Web3 project. So what steps have you taken with BharatBox to be community driven and explore the future projects for blockchain?
Yeah, for us it's very interesting because our community building is not just for one audience. We are building community for the creators ecosystem. We are also building community for the players ecosystem, because we have built tools which creators can use and show their creativity and build, and at the same time we have opportunity for players and gamers, or people who love to win rewards, people who love to earn tokens, for them to come and participate and play game and earn rewards, earn tokens. So that's how Sandbox has built, and BharatBox being their JV or India Sandbox. So our focus is to activate both the communities from ground. So for player communities, we are doing some amazing, interesting stuff. I think creator communities, I already spoke about the kind of programs, the kind of evangelism sessions that we do. We do a workshop in colleges to motivate like creators to come and build and create on Sandbox. We teach them, we do educational courses to teach them those modules, how you can easily build. We onboard like global mentors, those who come and do session for college students across different parts of India. It's not like one college, it's to different parts of India. But coming to player ecosystem, we've done amazing work. So we work with questing platforms, we work with like colleges. We have Sandbox College Ambassador program as well, where every college has a Sandbox champion whose goal is to go and bring all these gamers to do a game land session, have fun among yourself, and at the same time learn about those experience, learn about like those skills while playing the game, and earn as well, right? Because Web3 is part of like, you have to also incentivize people for the effort that they are doing. That's the ethos of Web3. So at the same time you earn. So player ecosystem, I think creator ecosystem, we have done a lot of work. Player ecosystem, we are just starting. I believe like we are one of the largest market for Sandbox now in terms of players as well, but we are just getting started. Like we need to do many more things on the player ecosystem. And currently like there is Alpha Season 4 going on, which is one of the major events for Sandbox globally, which has a prize pool of like around $2.5 million worth of sand. So I encourage everyone to like just come and play. Whoever is viewer watching or listening this, I love them to come and log in and play Alpha Season 4. And from BharatBox, we have 3 lovely experiences. All are IP experiences. Like one is obviously from a popular movie called Jab We Met. So you can have your Geet avatar, the character Geet, You can buy her avatar and then you can play that Jab We Met experience. And then we have a Hungama World. Hungama is a entertainment music brand. You can have Hungama World experience as well. And then there we have a health experience for health freaks, fitness freak, which is Grow Fitter. It's a brand, it's Grow Fitter experience as well. So inside Alpha Season 4 we have like these 3 experiences. So I love everyone to come and just like play all of them.
It's a plethora of everything actually, because the people are always excited by some new variations and trends that are coming up. So I'm sure that's some amazing spirit that you have put in the project for now. Moving forward, how do you think that who are the stakeholders who are helping in facilitating BharatBox success?
So yeah, for BharatBox success, I'll be very honest. Like there have been like Sandbox is our one of the largest stakeholders. So they have been so supportive. The whole global team. They have been like they treat us like though we are a different entity, but they treat us like their own entity for India, and that's how we learn so much from them. Then there is so this JV was created between Sandbox and Brink. Brink has been active supporter. Brink is an accelerator fund based out of Hong Kong, but they also have India presence. Their team is very supportive as well. They help us with introductions. They help us with like programs. They help us like plugging us in their ecosystem somewhere or other. So yeah, like Sandbox, Brink, and then obviously my own team that we have built, folks, those who have been like working day and night hard. So I think it's mixture of all the stakeholders that has actually built BharatBox what it is today. Yeah.
Yes. Also, as you see that NFTs are becoming a significant part in the digital economy, and you see that the Indian market, it becomes important for it to respond to these NFTs, and how do you believe that they hold a long-term value, especially in sectors like entertainment, sports and arts?
Great question. So we have been working in the space for a while, and I also have a background of working in the space like on the sites, not directly but somewhere on the sites. So I have fair understanding of the space, like for the entertainment space, sports space, gaming space, all of that, and I think like NFTs and Web3 is a natural synergy to these spaces. Like it's not a forced synergy. Like the way like people say, okay, DeFi is there, which is like natural partner to the Web3 ecosystem. I believe these are also the spaces which are. Specifically in the entertainment industry, there is so much IPs, and you want to make IP, IPs trustless as well. You want to make IPs being used by the global audience, like anyone can use this IPs and monetize on top of that. And an NFT has been a great tool which has like helped so many creators start monetizing in a form they might never have imagined. Because I believe like I have seen like artists, those who are like just painting, doing drawing, once they started to come into the NFT space and start monetizing on NFT, they were like, okay, now we are like the art that we were doing earlier was just a art which was appreciated or maybe very less people were buying. But after NFT revolution came, they were able to like make ton amount of money on chain. So I think NFT has played a very important role. Don't go by seeing how the market is doing, because NFTs which came earlier were more of P2P, like PFPs kind of NFTs. They had their own like lifestyle, they had their own span. But now NFTs are more like, it can work like an identity as well. It can work like a, like a programmable stuff for lot of activation that you want to do. So NFTs has so much power. We have just used it for maybe launching Bored Ape and Monkey avatars, but there is a lot more which you will see in the space of NFTs happening. And I think entertainment, sports, all of this industry will, and they already have, like if you go and see any traditional company, they already have a blockchain, NFT, digital, digital asset, digital avatar wing right now. Because think like there is AI is creating so much digital avatar, but how you will know what is like fake, what is real, how to make it like more trustworthy, that can be achieved with blockchain. So I think there will be the mixture of like NFTs, AI, all combination, and you'll see that power of NFT coming in future.
Yeah, totally. And how do you think that this specification in entertainment, sports and arts will provide for the industry specifically?
Yeah, so generally, like I answered it like for the industry only. Like it's going to like be a arm where everyone in the ecosystem, or at least few in the ecosystem, will start launching their NFTs, which people have done. Like there was Starbucks, there was Nike. Brands have taken that seriously, and NFTs have their hype cycle as well. So we have to give it more time, and I believe the form will much shape around in terms of calling it as not exactly NFT, but maybe like digital assets. Like it can be plethora or different kind of digital assets. Like for the gaming ecosystem, it is in-game assets, which are like playable assets and non-playable assets as well. They are on chain, so they are their NFTs. You will find like RWA space, like let's say real estate. You tokenize like small like real estate in form of NFTs. You will see identity layer being built like NFT. Like let's say we are part of a community, you, me, all of us, like we are, let's say, part of a community, and everyone can have a NFT which can be your on-chain identity as well. So so NFTs are like a lot of things, and I believe the industry has just seen it's like as in form of like collection or PFPs, but now it is shaping more robustly, and we will see a plethora of dApps, application layers been built on top of like NFTs ethos.
Yes. And anything specifically for the Bollywood sector that you have actually got this expertise in, I think now?
I don't call it my expertise, but we have worked with the industry. Yeah. We have worked with IPs, and I believe IPs on chain is the future. It's not my personal belief. I strongly am seeing the Web3 entertainment ecosystem, or at least gaming ecosystem, moving towards that, and it is very powerful. Like getting IPs on chain is like you are able to program IPs. Like tomorrow, like let's say there is a movie which is launching. That movie can also launch a game which can be built by some other guy, and the studio can monetize just by giving those like IP rights to have on-chain presence. Similarly, these IPs can be used by every single creator out there to create small stuff which can benefit the IP in a long run. So I believe, like, and specifically Bollywood industry, we have been able to work with Shimaru Entertainment, which is one of the largest production house. We have like started monetizing their IPs, like with Jabrimate was our first, like I spoke a few minutes ago. It's our first gaming experience that we launched on Sandbox, and now we are being able to like generate good amount of revenue from that experience. We saw around like within 3 weeks we saw like 10-12,000 players come and play the game, so which is like a validation that people are liking it. We saw like around 1800 Geet avatar being sold, and these are people not only from India, global people are coming and buying it. So think like that. tomorrow you are someone sitting in Morocco or let's say Russia, you're buying a Geet Avatar and you are playing the game, but you still don't know what is Jab We Met. After playing the game, after learning about Geet Avatar, you go and watch the movie. So what is the value that has been created globally for that IP? Think about that. So, and at the same time, you also own that Geet Avatar. So you have the rights to Geet Avatar and you can go and do a lot of other stuff with that particular asset. So this is kind of stuff we have done in BharatBox, and we plan to do it in some form and some different scale with IPs. That's what the future lies for us.
Yes, and I'm sure that we are also at the same time so much excited to see the upcoming avatars that because with this avatar that you mentioned, I'm sure that the users are going to be very excited about going up and playing, and also incorporating all that excitement that it brings along. So as you see that BharatBox is also involved in the education initiatives like boot camps. So how do you see the role of Web3 and Metaverse in the broader context of skill development in India?
Yeah, great question. I think the kind of doors we are opening with Web3, not only specific to obviously in Metaverse we have creators can come, they can create, they can monetize, make a living out of that. You can also make a living. We know there are so many studios, those who primarily build on Sandbox, and they are monetizing and they are being able to hire a lot of employees, and those employees are able to generate revenue for them and their family. So Web3 has already opened a door for a lot of people to come and build, earn, own, and at the same time make a living out of it. So education initiatives are super important. I think we have done very less, we can do a lot more. That's something which I take very close to my heart personally, because I want a lot of talent to be in Web3. We see a scarcity of talent in the Web3 ecosystem. Specifically, we need more women in the ecosystem coming and building as well. So we have taken few initiatives. We have obviously from ambassador program where we do a lot of workshops, and at the same time now we are planning to launch a women initiative for bringing a lot of artists and women creators come and build on Sandbox and generally come and build on Web3. So that's the goal. And there are multiple other education programs that we want to partner with other stakeholders in the ecosystem and build it. So let's say we don't want to do it alone. We want to partner with maybe with an exchange that we are talking to. We want to partner with a media, we can partner with a media and a company and build it. So there are a lot of skill programs also we plan to do it, and I think this can be a game changer, because earlier you see Web2 skill programs, they also do the same thing. It's nothing new we are doing, but at the same time here you can own a lot of things. After building, you're owning, you're just not working for a company, you are also owning some part in some form, maybe a token, maybe NFTs, maybe whatnot. So yeah.
Right. And owning up to something is something that always is beneficial for the players and the users who are actually looking forward.
Yeah, they love it. If I have an asset which I own and I completely have a control, I absolutely love it. I can say this is mine. So yeah.
Yeah, having the credibility basically that speaks numbers and volumes about it. So as you might know that the recent arrest of Telegram CEO Pavel Durov brings up questions all around the globe about the privacy and ethics of a particular project. So what is your stance on balancing privacy with platform responsibility, especially in the context of Web3 and blockchain industry?
Yeah, so I think there is right now more compliance happening in every ecosystem. even like India has taken drastic steps in the compliance ecosystem for exchanges after like the big hack that we saw in the ecosystem. Similarly, like for us with BharatBox, though we're domiciled outside of like the country, but at the same time we make sure that everyone who is coming on the Sandbox platform and playing is doing KYC, is like there is GDPR compliant, because Sandbox is from Europe, so they treat data very and they're very pro on privacy rights and all. So I think like Sandbox has taken like great steps. Similarly, BharatBox being there, like JV for India, we have taken like our step in terms of educating users, even like educating them like small stuff like don't share your seed phrase and don't keep it here and there. So we keep on doing those content as well to educate as much people as we can, and at the same time we tell them, okay, don't give your data like that, just do your KYCs, like make sure that the platform that you are also like going and registering, you understand that they are compliant, they are taking care of their compliance seriously, they have GDPR, they are ISO certified and stuff like that. So I'm not an expert in the compliance and regulation space, but what I can say is we have taken all the steps from a user onboarding, user protection point of view, so that those data are not like vulnerable to any hacker or anyone in the ecosystem. So yeah, we have taken our steps on that front.
Yeah, and they are very important nowadays because the hackers are getting that access from so many other third-party platforms, and that becomes essential for us to just consider and incorporate in our project foremost. So what are some of the regulatory challenges which you feel should be incorporated in every project which the entrepreneurs might be coming forward?
Yeah, so in the general point of view, like I said, I'm not an expert in that area, but what I can answer from my understanding and knowledge is like obviously we all are fighting for a decentralized ecosystem ethos, but at the same time like we should be cautious about anything which is illegal by nature, like and for that we need, if a region wants us to be compliant, if they want us to regulate like at some form, and if we are working in that country, I suggest founders should take it very seriously. At least work with your experts, work with your local governing agencies, and try to be compliant, or go to a free zone. Like you have all rights to go to a free zone and do whatever you want to do, but at the same time I think if you're doing a business, you need to understand that you have some responsibility for the society and ecosystem, and anything under your business, under your watch which is illegal should not be like entertained. So you have to be cautious, because Web3 has taken a lot of shame and blame because of so many bad players, those who have done like so much things which they should not have done, which has taken our industry way back. But at this point of time, what we can say to all the founders building is we should take steps so that we are also like mainstream and people like don't see crypto as scam anymore. So that's what I can say at this point of time. So yeah, you should check with your local agencies, local governance, regulation bodies, be compliant, be very responsible for your user. That's my summary on this.
Yes, and it's pretty much ground knowledge and insights that we have covered today about BharatBox and how it is moving forward with all of its challenges and the opportunities that it brings along. So So looking forward, how do you envision the long-term vision of BharatBox, and how do you see it contributing to India's role in shaping the global metaverse?
Yeah, so I think for us, like BharatBox, the primary it was built to build the sandbox ecosystem for India. But at the same time, what we have understood while building this is we can take our local IPs, which are like Indian IPs or any IP built from India or by Indians. We can take these IPs and monetize them on chain at scale, like the traditional IPs, because IPs need to be relevant. So you can only make it relevant and generate perpetual perpetual economy you can create around it if you are able to monetize these IPs at scale, and if you are able to bring them on chain. So for BharatBox, it's very simple. We will keep on onboarding IPs, we'll keep on launching experiences on Sandbox, and at the same time keep on growing the creators and player ecosystem. We also envision to bring like at least like India is like we have like whatnot like maybe 200 million players. So at least if you're able to like crack like 50% of that or maybe 30% of that, that is something we should be able to achieve to onboard that much players onto Sandbox, which is a long journey because education of Web3 games is important. People adopting like the new style of gameplays where you can earn is also like takes time, but we envision to bring these players onto playing games. We also envision to create a ecosystem where a lot of people can monetize on Sandbox by being creators, and IPs on chain. So this is the 3-4 metrics that we really want to achieve, like as a team, and personally me from BharatBox. Yeah.
And I'm sure that this journey has been so much amazing in the sense that it also brings along so many challenges and opportunities, but at the same time we know that there are milestones being achieved with every step that you take forward. So I'm sure that our viewers have gained a lot of knowledge and also valuable insights that you shared with us today. So thank you so much PB for joining with us and contributing to this global landscape of Meta and Web3 industry. So thank you so much for joining in. Your insights have been valuable to us.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I have like to the whole team, to CoinGape and everyone. You guys are doing some amazing work. I've been following you guys for a while, and like it's a good journey for us as well. And let's build together the Web3 ecosystem, and I'm a strong believer of this ecosystem to keep on flourishing. The kind of money coming to the ecosystem, the kind of big financial instrument taking tokens more seriously, ETFs, a lot of good things are happening for the whole ecosystem at this point of view. So, and I'm strongly a believer of India to play a big role. Obviously, like compliance and regulation is still like taxation, compliance, regulation is still strict in India, but at the same time, I believe like India will play a great role like in the whole Web3 narrative for the globe.